Okay, so we're Cherri and David. We live in Payson on 12 acres. We have horses and goats and sheep and chickens and dogs and cats and some mink and
neighbor's
skunk.
mink, yeah, skunk, raccoons,
foxes, yeah. And anyway, we our dream here is to become a self-sufficient family. And so we've put up 4 hoop houses, high tunnels. We've experimented with strawberries and tomatoes and peppers and just a number of crops. And we've been very successful with some of them. We're learning as we go. Right now, the high tunnels are not in good repair. We've had some high winds that have taken the covers off, but we'll be rebuilding those. We enjoy the horses, the animals. We've got a creek running through our property. We enjoy that. And so everything that we do here, we're trying to become sufficient, self-sufficient, efficient, and to be able to do well for our family and neighbors and friends. So we talked about solar power for a long time, several years. And we've talked about the pros and the cons and the costs and various things. And when our power bill started climbing a lot, we decided it was time to invest in solar. We invested here in the panels, in the solar system, at a time that we felt would benefit us in the future a lot. As my income drops, we felt that it was important to be able to manage our electrical usage and our needs. And because we do use a lot of power, and as we scale things back, we may become an off-the-grid location. I doubt it, but maybe. And the solar panels will help us do that.
I'm a collector. I'm not sure if we've got an accurate count on freezers right now. Fridges, I've got an egg fridge for people that come to buy eggs that's outside. And then we've got a fridge downstairs for extras. We have a big fridge upstairs. We've got 2 others around on the property. Mm-hmm. And then there's the freezers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. I think we're at 7 freezers.
And 2.
A little over there. We shouldn't have that many. We're trying to get down so we actually have like another room. We have a freezer room downstairs.
We have 2 freeze dryers. In some spaces we run electric heaters in the wintertime and air conditioners in the summertime. So we just use a lot of electricity. We
recently invested. We've had a hot tub for a while, which we thoroughly enjoy. But we've gotten is that called infrared?
Infrared sauna.
Yeah, sauna. It takes quite a bit of energy. And then in the summer, it's just an above ground, but it's a pretty good sized above ground pool. We work hard and then we like to relax too. And so they just take a huge amount of power to the point where I think our highest bill, did it go over 6?
I don't think so.
Yeah, close to $600. And that's not
sustainable.
Yeah. We're looking at retirement here, and we can't afford to do that on the monthly. That's just too much.
So our hopes are that the solar energy will reduce our electric bill at least by half, and hopefully more. We're not going to be self-sufficient right now with the solar, with our electric use and with the solar that we have. We know that, so we have to reduce our use in order to match the solar that we generate. But those are our hopes, is that we can become self-sufficient that way.
Yeah. I think we had someone else come here and give us some ideas. We talked to several people, or I did, about if who they've gone with and things like that, as far as having someone come in to do solar. I've got a good, very knowledgeable friend here in the area that is just extremely talented. And he actually spoke with you on the phone, and he was very impressed. And he knew what we wanted to do, and he said, I think you should call him Cherri. And so that's where we got your name. The other thing, I don't know if it's okay to say this, but I'm not big into salespeople. And although the people that came to give us information, they were just lovely people, but I just felt like it was being such a sales job. I've been so very comfortable talking with you about different things. You inform us, you teach us, and tell us what is available through you, and that you're not the end all, that there might be other things that we'd want to look at. But I've appreciated your honesty and never trying to sell us on something, but rather educate and help us find what we're looking for. And that's been wonderful for me.
Great experience.
Yeah.
It seems like the installation went really fast as far as the panels. Once you and your crew got here, Bat, you had everything measured and laid out, and it was very fast. The only problem that we ran into was an inspection issue that was really my problem, and but we worked through that.
Yeah, it all turned out well. I was fascinated that everything fit the way that you had it in your preliminary. You had to have your numbers really exact for that to happen, I think. And it was quick. And when there was going to be, if you weren't coming, you kept us informed of things. And I appreciated that. We were always informed on when you were going to be here and about how long it would be. So grateful for the weather. We couldn't have asked for better weather. It wasn't too hot, but it wasn't slick when you had your guys there. And when you were working on the roof, I was so grateful for that. That was nice.
Good crew. You all worked well together. You all knew what each other was doing, and very efficient.
Yeah, it was good and quick. The biggest holdups probably were that hiccup with the electric panel outside. And it didn't take long, and the company was good to come and work with us as far as coming back to check things and such. And so I think that went about as well as it could have too. We got power shortly after the new year, but we were able to write it off for last year, so all was well.
From all of the research that we had done and the estimates that we'd received, your price was highly competitive. It was a basic, simple system, a lot of panels on the roof covering basically the whole roof, and you came in probably 40%, 50% below the other estimates. I know there are a lot of factors in there to consider, but we felt that the price that we paid was extremely competitive.
It was something we could afford. But that wasn't the reason we went with you. I just want you to know. We found good deals on things and we don't go with them. We felt confident with you. I know that you're new into this business, but again, it's the sales thing. I felt like we were going to have good, honest work done. And much like the fellow that we contracted with to frame our home, he said, Cherri, I make mistakes, but I fix them. And I think that I appreciate the honesty and the transparency that you've given to us through this whole thing. And I think it's going to be a great investment. We'll find out as time goes on, but I haven't thought for a second that we made a mistake doing it. I'm glad that we did.
We highly recommend Bet and Tono Energy. Very effective, very efficient, very kind, um, knowledgeable, helpful, courteous, kind.
I think it's always good to get, probably at least 3 bids on any work that you do. I mean, to feel comfortable with the person that you're with that's going to be doing the work. Um, I just think that's common sense. Um, our research took us to you.